So I went out to went and did that cleaning meditation with the contact that I got from my other contact, and I actually went over to this guy's house. He lives about 40 minutes away, so it's not too bad. And they have they do every Sunday they have a group meditation, and they have like a little breakfast brunch thing. And he invited me to that. And then they do little retreats where they'll go to like a place in Austin. It's like a retreat place, and they'll do stuff. And it's kind of cool because I think, well, everything happens for a reason, right? I mean, I just wasn't ready for the group thing, but now I'm feeling like, yeah, you know what? I'm ready. Let's just dive into this. Let's pull out the stops. And I've been kind of holding back because of whatever reasons. I'm not even sure what the reasons are. I guess you get burned or you get hurt, and you build up these like calluses. And with this system, the whole point of it is to remove these some scars, these calluses off of our heart, so that we can merge with God, become closer to God. So anyway, I talked to this guy today, and we talked for quite a long time. And I told him some of my experiences I've had with, since started doing heartfulness. And he's a really, he talked about some stuff about past life stuff. And it was interesting. And, I already know a lot about that because I've, kind of studied that stuff before, read books on it. And I've had my own experiences where I've, with past life. So I believe in it. I believe it's legit. But I never really understood, like, what he was saying is, what this guy said to me today was that, when we get to, when we clean off the samskaras, basically you're removing all your worldly attachment, the karmas, the attachments to this world. And when you do that, you don't have to come back to this plane of existence anymore. They call it the brighter world in their system. In Sahaj Marg, they call it the brighter world. And like I understood all that before, or anyway, and let me just continue before I go off on a tangent. So he said you go to the brighter world and you continue your practice there. You continue moving towards God from that level. And that was that kind of like made me go, whoa. I mean, I always thought that you had to have this full-blown enlightenment on this earth, on this plane of existence, or you just, I didn't understand, but once you remove those karmas, it makes sense, right? We're still not as advanced as we're gonna be. And he said, in the next life, in the brighter world, there's still an echelon system. It's like you still have people who are more advanced, and you have people who are less advanced on that level. And I thought that was really interesting. I just never really thought about it from that angle before. And it just totally makes sense, right? I don't know if hierarchy is the best way to look at it. It's more like almost like education level. Like you have a certain level of education, and then you get another level of education. You get your master's degree, and then you get your PhD, but you're still always learning. There's always another level. There's always a higher level. I think when you get into this brighter world, you're able to learn and grow so much faster, especially if you've got a direction. If you're moving in a positive way towards this source, towards God, it's gonna be accelerated from that level. I mean, this existence here, everything is so slow and so heavy, and just doing a practice, just trying to go to your job, just trying to survive and earn money, and it takes up all of our energy. I mean, we don't have the energy and sometimes just the physical strength to go to a higher level. So anyway, it was interesting. He talked about that, and then we did we talked for quite a while, but we did a meditation, like a cleaning meditation, like I do with my other guy, except I was just in the same room with him, which was great. And I didn't have any kind of like real profound experience or anything, but I just, I did definitely felt a lot of clarity and definitely cleaning. And I've noticed too, also, as my heart becomes more and more clean, I'm not having the sensations. When I first started, I would just have such an intense sensation in my heart area, and now it's much lighter and much, it's not so heavy. And so I guess I don't know if it's a sign of progress. It's something, right? And I got home and I just felt kind of clear and a clarity and like kind of seeing things that kind of like when you wake up from a good nap and you kind of see things, a little bit differently. They look a little more clean, a little more crisp. So that's a positive. And anyway, so I think it's kind of interesting. I think that God is bringing me to a place where I'm going to be able to start communing with other people, and celebrating God with other people. And I think I need that. I want that now. I didn't want it before. I wanted to have my experience. I didn't want my experience to be contaminated by somebody else. I didn't want the dogmas and all the other stuff. And, I realize a lot of these people are vegetarians, and they follow that kind of diet. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to bring it up or anything like that. But it's kind of been one of my issues with getting into a group think is, people start kind of pushing what they're doing on you. But I don't see that with this group. I don't think it'll be like that. These people are really super humble. I mean, the humblest people you'll ever meet. And so I'll probably try to go out on a Sunday. They have a meditation on Sunday morning, so that'll be kind of convenient for me because it's kind of a drive. I mean, it's a good drive, but I think if on a Sunday morning there won't be any traffic, so it'll be pretty easy. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I think I feel a little bit, I feel good. I feel like it's time to go ahead and just let this thing just develop, and maybe take out the stoppers and let the whole thing flow. Kamlish had made a comment about, I think he was talking about like if you invested in several different things and one of the companies just always has great returns, that's the company you're going to start moving everything into. And I kind of feel like that with this Heartfulness or Sahaj Marg. I feel like it's a way for people to really, really wake up, And he talked about some other stuff that was interesting, and I think it was very timely about, I guess every night at 9, they do a prayer. You can do a prayer for, basically it's a prayer for everyone in the world and for the humanity to, receive God's love and receive godly energy and to wake up to, higher levels of thinking. And anyway, pretty cool stuff. I'm glad I went out there. It was time. I think this last few days with car problems and it just blew out. Like it brought up so much cleaning. I think it's part of the process. It helps clean you off before you go. Paul talked about this a lot in his videos about having, people having weird stuff happen to them right before they go on these courses and stuff. So maybe not. Maybe it's a coincidence, but I think it's related. It helped clean me off. It helped prepare me for this. And for that, I'm grateful. Have a good day.